Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Farrms News Podcast Network. It's your contrarian agrarian, Sue Belcom.
And Annie Carlson.
And today we're going to talk about food and Food Day.
Food Day is a nationwide celebration, Sue, and this movement is for a healthy, affordable, sustainable food system.
And North Dakota already has several events in the works for Food Day, but we at Farrms would like to help you create an event in your own community. However, before we even go into what you could do for Food Day, do you even know what this all means? Like, what is Food Day as far as sustainable and healthy and affordable, Annie?
Well, all three of those terms have been basically polluted by the conventional agriculture industry. But what does sustainable mean to you? And that may be something different than what it means to me. Is sustainable food considered local food? Is utilizing food that's grown within our local food sheds and food systems, is that sustainable? How can we minimize, unrenewable impacts?
Food for thought anyway, right?
Absolutely. And also, what constitutes healthy? Is it a vegetarian diet? Is it a plant-based diet? Is it a meat-based diet? What constitutes healthy in your mind? And also affordable. What I may consider affordable food is not what you would consider affordable food. But
there's room for everybody kind of in this conversation, don't you think?
Absolutely, and I think that's what's important, is that the conversation has to happen. Let's talk about what is sustainable, and your definition may be different than mine, but let's talk about and see where we agree.
Well, and Food Day is a perfect venue to do that. It's held every October 24th. This will be the third year, I believe, and it doesn't stop with Food Day. Food Day is kind of like a jumping off point for a year-round celebration of the movement towards different types of food systems, foods from farmers, healthy, affordable food. And it was created by a nonprofit, Center for Science in the Public Interest, and I know nothing about that organization except that they wanted to help food movement leaders and citizens kind of like start these conversations about what a food system with real food is. And so, Annie, in your mind, what do you think real food is?
Real food is food that is basically a whole food. Are we eating processed type foods or are we eating whole type foods? And as we often hear, it's hard to make those foods that are bad for you. Like, it's hard to make homemade French fries, and that's why we only do it every so often.
And I think that would be a lot healthier for us if we only ate them as often as we'd like to peel a potato, cut the French fries, and deep fry them and serve them to our family, with homemade ketchup, of course.
Absolutely.
If you will join the Bismarck-Mandan area schools and work sites on October 24th at 12 noon, they're going to take a big bite out of a big juicy apple and join thousands of other people across the country that are doing the same thing. Just kind of as something to call your attention to Food Day, call your attention to food, call your attention to healthy food. And apples are considered a very healthy food. But you don't have to join in with us in Bismarck-Mandan. You can have your very own Food Day event. Annie, got some ideas for them?
I sure do. There are a lot of ways that you can just celebrate Food Day as a community or a group of interested individuals. Here at Farrms, we have a lending library where we have books and other resources. But one of the things that we have in our lending library is food-related movies. So, for example, we have Fresh, we have Cafeteria Man, we have Food Inc., we have Farmageddon that are available to be lent out for families and other individuals to view the movies and then have some discussions regarding food.
And you could actually have a little community potluck, and everybody could kind of showcase some wonderful recipes that they use local food for.
Right, and have a potluck and have some discussion regarding the food and where you got the food, and is there a story behind it? Is it a grandma's recipe or something that you just pulled off the internet and wanted to try it? So don't be afraid to try some new ideas, and you can register all of your Food Day activities on the Food Day website, which is foodday.org, and they have a link there that you can register your activity. And I would love to see small activities scattered all across our state and region where people are just having a small event. It doesn't have to be a nationwide apple crunching event, even though that's going to be a lot of fun. But
we just want you to just join us, and we want to know what you're doing so that people outside of North Dakota can say, hey, look, they got it going on in that state.
That's right.
And you can find future podcasts with your contrarian agrarians on our website, which is farmsnews.com, our YouTube channel. Our iTunes channel has our podcast available for download, so you can listen to us on the go. And you can join us every week for more Farrms news.
But it's not just about us, Sue.
It's not? Heck no. If you have an issue, you have a comment, or you'd like to be a guest on our next episode, call 701-527-5169.
Or 701-486-3569. Or you can email us at info@farrms, Farrms.org.
Oh yeah, don't forget that extra R, and don't forget to stop by often at farmsnews.com.
We'll see you next week on the Farrms News Podcast Network.
Bye now.